Hello everybody, this is Emma, and I'm here to say I'm going to be doing a vlog about my terrible gym experience in middle school and high school today. So, sorry if I sound terrible, I'm still getting over a cold. I probably shouldn't be recording right now because I shouldn't be talking, but I'm doing so anyway. And I have my notes here of the terrible experience I had with gym. Let's get to it. So, at my school, you had to be in the locker room before gym. Didn't matter if you were changing or not, you had to be there. And as somebody who is trans, I did not feel comfortable doing that. I don't even understand how any cis person could feel comfortable doing that. So I'd be in there and I would go into the stalls, the bathroom stalls, and just cry in there. And I didn't really get dressed for gym because I didn't feel comfortable doing that. But if it was swimming, I'd get dressed. But I've mentioned this before. I had to wear a back brace from 16 to 18. Actually, 15 to 18. I did not wear it the whole time, but I tried to initially. And because of that back brace, women, like other classmates that were female in the locker rooms, they thought I was wearing it to get a boob lift because it did make my chest look bigger because the brace was pushing up here while trying to keep my back straight. So people thought it was for that, or they thought it was for weight loss, which, no, I was still gaining weight like crazy because of the stupid meds I was on. But the back brace didn't stop that. And ironically enough, you had to pay $2,000 more for an additional back brace. So as I was growing up, my mom was like, are you going to actually wear it this time after we had like 2 replacements? I was like, no. And I never got a new one because it's $2,000 for a back brace that I didn't like wearing. And now I regret. But it was hell. Seriously, having a back brace, I do not recommend that for anybody. And I got bullied a lot for it. People would, like, push me down, and I couldn't get it up if I was on my back. I actually did figure out that I could roll to my stomach when I'm on my back, but it's really difficult, so people are calling me a turtle and whatnot. I know I've said that in previous vlogs. You guys can go check those out if you want, but back brace was, I didn't like it. And people actually tried to hide my back brace. If I left it on the benches in the locker room, they would hide them in their lockers, and I had to go get the coach to unlock their lockers to give it to me. And isn't it kind of weird that the coach has to be in the locker room with you? Like, these are, what's the word? These are minors that this adult coach has to be in the locker room with. Like, I get it. There were fights happening, like, at least once a week in my high school and my middle school. But that just seems odd to me. I think we should, like, I don't know if other countries do this, but we should just have separate locker rooms. Like, single person locker rooms. You get in, you get changed, you come out. Or, like, same for bathrooms. Like, you get in, you go to the bathroom, you come out. I feel like that's how it should be. But who knows? People also made the joke that I was hiding my penis because I did come out as trans at 14, which I kind of wish I stayed in the closet a little longer before finishing high school like that, because I got bullied a lot for that. Some emotional, some physical. But I don't regret coming out to my parents at that age because they didn't have the best response at first, but I feel like having them to know me for those years as who I am definitely helped our relationship. But yeah, people were saying that I was hiding my penis, and that's why it always got changed in the bathroom stalls instead of out in the open with everybody else. I'm like, yeah, I don't have one of those. Like, what do you mean? So I understand that trans is a difficult subject to talk about to kids, but seriously, I don't have a penis, okay? And I don't want one. So, later on, I got a 504 plan because of my back and because of my stomach, because I have levoscoliosis and fibromyalgia in my stomach, and the levoscoliosis is in my back. Anyway, but with my 504 plan, I was allowed to skip doing certain gym activities, like pretty much any sport I could skip. I was just walking in circles around the track. Some coaches weren't a fan of that, but I'm like, legally you have to let me. So I normally just walked around. When it was my senior year, I failed gym 1 year because I didn't have the 504 plan yet. So they made me take gym my senior year, even though most people in my grade didn't have to. So during that time, I pretty much just sat on the bleachers the whole time because the coach didn't care. She's like, you can walk laps or you can just sit. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sit. So most of the times I sat out. But I did walk laps sometimes when I felt I had enough energy. But these chronic illnesses are no fucking joke, okay? I understand people think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. I wrote, who FS gym? Oh, who fails gym? Like, who fails gym? Yeah, no, I failed it. Like, I wasn't a bad kid or anything. I just couldn't do the activities everybody else was doing. Because of the 504 plan, I no longer was mandatory to be in the locker room, which was the best. Okay, I could just wait in the hallway while everybody else is in the locker rooms. I just eventually finally got them to not make me go in there. Like, there were times when I'm not saying they, like, physically grabbed me too much, but, like, there were times that the coach was, like, kind of pushing me in. She's like, you gotta go in. I'm like, I don't wanna. Like, I'd be crying, like, because I didn't want to be in there with all these people. So, yeah, I finally did not have to be in the locker room. I think that was only for my senior year, maybe senior and junior, but oh my god, that felt great to not have to do that. Yeah, and once again, it's really weird that an adult had to be in there with us. Sometimes there were 2 adults, so 2 female coaches in there. I found that so uncomfortable, and I feel like even cis women would find that uncomfortable. And I'm a trans masculine person, and I found that uncomfortable. So, yeah, these things are no joke. Like, seriously, other people have different illnesses that you do not know about, and they have to go through their life in a more difficult way than you do. And, well, not difficult, but, like, in a challenging way in different aspects than you do. And some people who are trans have to go through this stuff, and you'll never understand unless you are trans yourself. You will never understand the torture it is to be trans and be out as trans too. Like, being trans in itself has its own torture, but being out and having all these people know and all these people stare and all these people bully you and all these people hit you, I would never wish for this to be on somebody else. Never. Like, there were some instances when people have been so freaking negative to me. I'm like, oh, well, if they were trans and they were negative to themselves, what would that do? Like, it makes me think sometimes. But no, that would probably just lead to suicide. Because if they believe, like, I started out believing that gay and trans people are bad. And then when I found out I was one of them, I wanted to kill myself. Because I'm like, God doesn't love me. Because so many people tell me that all the fucking time. God doesn't love me, so I'll just kill myself. And I'm not there anymore. I still have suicidal thoughts because I have chronic depression. But I do not think that me being who I am is the problem. Like, me being a little weird, me being annoying, those things I find as a problem. But me being myself as a trans and LGBTQ person is not the problem. All in all, if you're uncomfortable or you don't feel safe, speak up. Like, about that coach situation, speak up and people could at least help you, like, inform you, or they can actually help you out. If you or you know someone is suicidal, there are links to the suicidal calls and text lines. It'll be on the screen right here, and if I remember, it'll be in the description as well, because you are not alone. And if you're in high school or dealing with something similar, know that it does get better. It does. There's so many good things in this life, and there's many bad things, but it comes in waves, and I really hope that you feel better. Now for the question of the week is, how did Flop go? I was in a show called, It's a Flop Bombs Back, and it's flopped musicals. It's good songs from flopped musicals, and it was really fun. Hopefully it'll be out on YouTube soon, because they did record it, but I don't know about that yet. And yeah, I think it went really well. There were some mistakes. I did get sick from my co-actors, and I don't appreciate that, but I was literally on stage side by side to this one guy, and I, like, had to put my arm around him, and I was, like, really close to him. and I was like really close to him, and yeah, I got sick, and I'm pretty sure it's from him. But other than that, the show went really well. Here is the TikTok of the week.
Why does your voice sound so familiar? I'm gonna do this one time, and then after that, we're never gonna speak of it again, okay? Sure? Okay.
Hello. I like rusty spoons.
And here's the meme of the week. It's probably related to Jim somehow. I really do appreciate you guys watching this video, and I hope you can, well, I don't hope that you can relate to this, but I hope that if you do relate to this, you feel better after watching this, because you are important, you matter. What does that say? Oh, you are important. So, I forgot, I haven't changed in a while. So, you are important, you matter, and God loves you, okay? Whoever you are, whatever you believe in, even if you don't believe in God, my opinion is that God loves you anyway. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Mini Mo, signing off. Bye!